Hello, everybody. Welcome to Zoe's Treasures. My name's Tracy, and as always, I am here with my husband, Noel. He's in the background doing our graphics. We are on the Best of the Southwest raid train. I got to participate in this one once before, and it is one of my favorites. And I think I say that every raid train. I'm like, oh, that's my favorite. I really like this one because I love the decor style. I love the Southwest decor. I have a ton of pottery tonight. It is pre-listed, which is unusual for me. I don't normally pre-list. So you can go ahead and get your pre-bids in on anything you might really have your eye on. I also have items in the bin tonight. If you have one of my rewards cards, you'll save $2. So any rewards card is good on any show. And with that, we are waiting. That raid should be coming over any minute. And as soon as it does, we'll start a giveaway. We'll start jumping right into the items. Everything starts at $1 tonight. And there's our raid right now. Lazy S Western, thank you so much. We are on, welcome everybody. We are on the Best of the Southwest raid train. My name is Tracy. This is Zoe's Treasures. If you have not had the opportunity to come see one of our shows yet, super excited to be on this train tonight. I have got all kinds of stuff already preloaded. We do everything starting at $1. Shipping is capped at $4.50. You will not pay any more than $4.50 for shipping tonight. And before we begin, I have to say a big thank you to Mr. Ornament, which is Mrs. Ornament technically, and Amy Perrin. Thank you so much, both of you. I was saying right before the raid came in, this is one of my favorites just because I love the decor style so much. And it always surprises me. I am way up in Pennsylvania, and I can still find some Southwest decor. Probably not as some people down in that area, but tonight I have a lot of like Native American pottery to bring to you. So let's go ahead and get going. We're going to start with a giveaway first. We have our first giveaway is a $5 Starbucks gift card, and that is up and running right now. We do have a buyer's giveaway. The buyer's giveaway is going to be $10 Starbucks. We'll run that closer to the end. And let's go ahead and just get started. So let's see, what do we have? I'm going to work my way down the list unless I see pre-bids. We will start on pre-bids first. So up first, look at this beauty. This is a piece of pottery that is in perfect condition. I have not been able to find anything wrong with it. It is absolutely stunning. Let me get it pinned here. It is 7.5 inches tall. It is signed there by Betty, and I think I put in there Selby. So we do have a signature. Let me show you up close how gorgeous this piece is. There you go. Look at that. Look at the painting on there. So stunning. And there we have our signature down there on the bottom. We're going to go ahead and run that. Let me get that going. I like to do 15 seconds with a 3-second reset. And everything will be starting at $1 tonight. That is how we normally do all of our vintage auctions, is starting at $1. So thank you so much for your bids. I appreciate it. I really like this piece. I love the natural colors. We have a really good variety of varying colors of pottery tonight, which I'm kind of surprised about. And Amy Perrin, thank you so much. That is heading to you.
On its way to you.
All right, up next is some ephemera. I came across this in an auction, and I just thought it was really, really cool. So instead of breaking it up, I thought somebody could enjoy this all together. Hold on, let me turn them around the right way. These are 19 different calendars, all from like, this is 1994, and it's all Native American type art on the calendars. So we have a 95, 88. So some are used, some are brand new. Like this one back here is still in its plastic. But there are 19 of them, all different years, different shapes, and it is all Native American art on the calendars. So we're going to go ahead and run that. You're going to get that whole bundle up and going. I haven't looked through every single one, but I am sure some of these could be taken out and framed as art. We actually have one that is called art, so there's pictures of art in there. So you could probably get some good framables in here. Amy, thank you so much. That is heading to you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to move on to the turtle. We have quite a few pieces by this artist called Jay Lobob, if I'm saying his name right. We have like 3 or 4 tonight, and this turtle is one of them. How stinking cute. Look at this guy. I mean, obviously classic coloring, but the turtle, and we do have that signature down there. Let's see, I thought I put the size. I did. He is 7.5 inches long, stands about 3.5 inches tall. Let me scoot him back so you can see him. Look at that face. He has a slight, you could tell he's been around for a while, but he's still really in great shape. Not much paint wear, but you could just tell that he has been around for a bit, sitting on somebody's shelf. And that is up and running right now. I don't know. I think anytime you get a turtle piece of art, you have to give it a name. And it's just a thing in my house. We have quite a few turtle pieces here. So thanks so much for your bids. Agreed. Yeah, they need a name for some reason. I don't know why. It's just something with turtles. Hello, Sadie. Go vintage with Bree. Thank you so much. And you know, I did not turn on. Let me turn on my iPad so I can see when we have first time, if we have any first time people here. Let me get that going really quick here just so I can see that. I want to make sure I can see it. Okay. Up next is, oh, this one's really cool. This is another piece by the same artist, the J. Lobob. And this is a trinket dish. So I'm going to hold it up and I'll show you up close too. This is the top of the trinket dish, and those are cutouts. It's beautiful. It looks like a little like city scene. And this is in like such good shape. And that's the bottom there, and there is his signature. And of course, you've got the gorgeous paint all the way around. Let me show you this up close. Look at that, how beautiful that is. And we're going to turn it around a little bit so you can see the backside. And then, of course, that signature, what does that say? 88, Arizona 88. We're going to go ahead and get that running right now. And that is up and going. That is about a 5-inch diameter on the base there. To give you kind of a reference for size. Thank you so much, Bougie. That is all of my husband's doing.
Thank you so much.
Susie Tan with the first purchase. Thank you so much. And Sina, you got that first giveaway.
First purchase. Congratulations.
Okay, up next, let's go to this pottery piece. Now, this is a little guy here. Perfect for a tea light or maybe an air plant. Thank you so much on the graphics. That's kind of our thing at Zoe's Treasures. If you haven't been with us before, we do a lot of graphics in our shows. So this is a little guy, kind of like a tea light, or you could put your Q-tips or, toothpicks or something in there. Let's take a look up close so you can see all of the design on this one. Really beautiful paint. Look at the trees and just how serene. Doesn't this kind of like with the mountain view, makes you want to go out in the country? We have the inside there. And we have the signature. It's kind of covered up by some sticker. I didn't want to scrape the signature off, so I did leave it just like that. And that guy is running now. It is 2.5 inches tall, so it's kind of like tea light candle size. Thank you for the bids. And Amy, that's going to you. Thank you. We have, let's see, we are rating right at 8 o'clock, so we have about 12 more minutes, and we're going to be rating into Jana Grace Design. So don't go anywhere, because I'll tell you what, Mr. Ornament and Amy Perrin did an amazing job on the lineup tonight, and the stuff that the sellers have for the rest of the evening, you don't want to miss. So don't go anywhere. All right, let's do this next piece here. This one has little pieces of turquoise, and I have never seen this before. Maybe it's common. I don't know. It's just not something I've seen in Pennsylvania. But let's take a look up close. So you have kind of a simplistic, small little kind of tea light, again, an air plant size. It's about 2.5 inches tall. But it actually has pieces of turquoise applied all the way around. Now, I don't know if it's real turquoise colored. Can't vouch for that. It is a J. Lobob piece again, so it's that same artist. And that is up and running right now. Thank you so much. I really love, that's probably my favorite part of like the Southwestern decor is the pottery. I'm a big pottery lover naturally, so that's when I'm sourcing kind of what I gravitate towards. So. I love the little turquoise on this one. Amy, thank you. Some great pieces gonna head your way.
Thank you.
All right, how about a wedding vase? These are pretty popular, like form of Southwestern pottery, but there's so many different styles or different pictures on them. I'm just making sure I grab the right one because I thought I had two. I do. Okay, this is the right one. Okay, so this one I love because it kind of reminds me of Georgia. I know Georgia's not in the Southwest, but it almost gives me a swampy feel when you're looking at the coloring here. And I used to live in Georgia. So when I look at this, it just either that or maybe kind of Georgia, Tennessee, somewhere in there. But it is a Southwest wedding vase. Let's see. This one is signed. I don't think I put the who signed it because I can't quite make it out. But you can see there it's a 2004. And that's up and going right now. We do have a buyer's giveaway. I'll run that just another couple minutes as we get closer. That is going to be for a $10 Starbucks gift card. Yeah, I love the wedding vases. And Amy, that one's heading your way also. All right, we have one last pre-bid and then we'll get to whatever does not have pre-bids. This is another ephemera, small ephemera bundle here. So this is a couple of magazines. We're going to show you from the top. So we have a Native American Indian Craft magazine. Was I able to place dates? I couldn't totally get the dates. To me, I think they're like early 70s, maybe 80s. But this is Native American or Indian crafts. We have a Life magazine that talks about our Indian heritage. And then we have this piece of art that's like on a cardstock. You can see has been around for a while on the edges, but that center art piece is really pretty. So you're going to get those 3 pieces. And that's going right now. There has just been so many nice items today. It's so hard not to so hard to watch my wallet on this raid train, which is a good thing. And Susie Tan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what else we have that left on our list here. We do have a few other pieces. Let's come down here and I really like this one. I think this is kind of cool because this has a little extra accessory. Thank you. Anything with an accessory is like better, right? So we have a blue and white. First of all, the coloring, way different color. So I like that. But you have your blue and white and you have a little pottery cowboy hat. How adorable is the cowboy hat on this? And I'm going to show you the inside because the inside is like a Tiffany blue. There you go. Look at the inside of that, like a Tiffany blue. You've got this little cowboy hat going on right here. And then let's see it from the side so we can see the pretty painting. It's a desert scene on the painting, a turquoise blue. Yeah, it's very soft, very soft. Let's take a look on the other camera, my love. All right, thank you. And look at this. It's like a desert at sunset. If you can imagine like the blues at a sunset, how gorgeous. Is it signed? It is signed. I cannot make that out. So let's see. I don't even know which way it goes. There you go as the signature. If you know, if that means anything to you. And it is up and running. Some of the signatures, they're like doctor signatures. You can barely read them. I do have stuff. Thank you, Mr. Ornament. I do have stuff in the bin if you're interested. Not as much Southwest, but I did try to kind of keep it as close to Southwest as I could. Ranch Hand Finds, thank you so much. That is heading to you.
Thank you.
Let's do this wedding vase. This is the last wedding vase I have, and then we're going to do a really pretty pastel piece. So we have this wedding vase. This is a little more kind of like the style that you're used to seeing as far as the decor. So let's switch it over here so we can see. This one is signed. And we have our signature Nan right there. And that is going to run right now. And that is up and going. This very, very traditional style here. I'm going to start that buyer's giveaway. I'm going to run one more item, which is my banger, and then I'm going to start the buyer's giveaway. Go Vintage with Bree. Thank you so much because we are getting close to our 5-minute mark here, and I want to make sure we get time to pull that. This is my banger tonight. So this is a porcelain horse. This is from the Painted Ponies collection, number 3648. Sorry, the Trail of Painted Ponies. There is one tiny little call out on this. The tip of his tail right there, there's like a little scrape. It's not a chip, but it's like a little flea bite or scrape right there, just a tad little one. But he is stunning. It just looks like the sky and going straight across the horse. So gorgeous there. We're gonna zoom out. Nope, we're just gonna pull it back so you can see him. There you go. Look at how beautiful he is. And then let me show you the bottom so you know, well, it's upside down. Let's see. Without getting you dizzy. There you go. We're going to go ahead and run him right now. I just got to find him. There he is. All right. Let's get that going. And that is going. And as soon as this is done, we're going to start that buyer's giveaway. And I'll probably have to pull it maybe a few seconds early just so we can rate on time. Thank you so much for your bids. Southern Charm, thank you so much. That is heading to you. All right, let's start that buyer's giveaway. So if you bought anything, you can get in the giveaway. That is for a $10 Starbucks gift card, and that is running right now. And you know, a weird fact, I have never done a buyer's giveaway before. This is my first time ever doing a buyer's giveaway in 2 years on the app. So there's a first time for everything. All right, let's run something else while that's going, and we have about 4 minutes left. This is a unique piece because of the coloring on it. So I thought this was really pretty coloring. This is the pastels, and it has purples in there. Look at the purples, and you have a coyote there. You've got your little house going on. And let's see, is there a man and a woman? Or no, a woman and a child. This is not signed, but let's take a look at it up close so you can see how beautiful, and then we're going to go ahead and run it. The coloring on this one is so different than anything we've looked at because it just has all of those pastels. And I love how serene the woman and the child is. This one is a little bit taller. That stands 6 inches tall, and that's running right now. Thanks so much for your bids. I appreciate that. And Amy, that's going to you. All right, I think we have time for 1 or 2 more if we're quick here. We have 3 minutes. So let's do this next piece. This one also has more kind of pastel-y colors. This is another unsigned one. This is short and stout. I want to sing the little teapot song every time I say short and stout. And that one does also show like your daily life there with the house and the gentleman sitting there. It is an unsigned piece. Dark, really pretty on the inside. I love the darkness. And no signature there on the bottom. Still stunning even without a signature. Yeah, the black glaze looks really nice, doesn't it? Amy Perrin, thank you. All right.
Thank you.
How about this? This is another piece that I thought was kind of unique. So this is a candle holder. Oh, and I see a pre-bid, so we will grab that pre-bid. So this is a candle holder. It's a ceramic piece, and it is signed. So we're going to go ahead and get that running right now. That is going. Well, I grabbed that other item that does have a pre-bid. We don't want to miss those. This is ceramic, and it does have a signature there. 2000 on the bottom was the year it was made. Just a little bit different of a piece. Just you see a lot of vases and stuff, but when you're looking at pottery, this isn't something that you see very often. Ranchan Finds, thank you so much. All right, we have a pre-bid. I don't want to miss it. Let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll see about pulling that buyer's giveaway. And all right, so this is another J low bob piece. Very classic browns and black and white coloring on there. Pretty clean on the inside. It does say Arizona J low bob on the back. Let's show you up close so you know what you're buying. We have a little dab of a scratch right there. Just one spot, no chips or cracks. And we're going to go ahead and get that going. And that's running right now. Next stop is Jana Grace Designs. We're going to go over there as soon as this one is done running. We're going to pull that buyer's giveaway, wrap it up, and head on over on time. Go Vintage with Bree. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, I don't have time to run any more items, but they will be in my bin if you're interested in them at another time. Let's go ahead. I'm pulling that buyer's giveaway right now. Like in 3, 2, 1, we're drawing the winner on the buyer's giveaway. Let's see who's going home with that tonight. Go Vintage with Bree. Congratulations. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Stay on the train. Thank you, Mr. Mrs. Ornament. And thank you, Amy Parent. We are going to go raid over to Jana Grace Designs. Let's see. I'm going to, right on time here. All right.